This is the Martini Mortgage Podcast with Kevin Martini.
Hello and welcome to the Martini Mortgage Podcast. I am Kevin Martini, your host. It is hard to believe this is the 30th episode of the Martini Mortgage Podcast, and I am calling episode 30 Reality. I believe with all of my heart, it's the duty, the responsibility, and obligation of a mortgage strategist to find the reality for the families the mortgage strategist serves. The reality is that right now is a tremendous opportunity for someone that is thinking of buying a home or selling a house. Now, if I was going to put the tremendous opportunity on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being it's kind of good, 10 being it is the top tier, I would actually put it at 30. I know what you are thinking. Here's what you're saying, quote, Kevin, Martini mortgage rates are higher today than they were 12 months ago. In fact, they are higher today than when they were just 1 month ago. Why is this a tremendous opportunity? End quote. If you are saying this, it would not only be fair, it would be 100% accurate. Let me share the reality based on the data from Freddie Mac. The annual average rate was 3.99% with a half of a point for a 30-year fixed mortgage in 2017. In October 2018, according to the primary mortgage market survey by Freddie Mac, the 30-year interest rate for a home loan was 4.83%, with a half of a point. In November 2018, mortgage rates hit a 7-year high. With this all being said, I still believe with all of my heart, the reality is right now is a tremendous opportunity for someone that is thinking about buying a home or selling a house. Here is the Martini Factor hashtag talking point. When interest rates move upward, buying power is reduced. A very good rule of thumb: for every 1% of upward mortgage rate movement, buying power is reduced by 10%. So from 2017, essentially, right, mortgage rates have moved 1% and buyers have experienced a 10% reduction in buying power. Yes, mortgage rates are higher today. However, one needs to be very thankful we are not paying the same rate that our parents paid when they purchased their first home or even their second home. Also know that the experts believe that rates will migrate higher in 2019. Looking back at the last 45 years, money for a mortgage or a home loan is cheap. When Ronnie and I purchased our first home, the rate on an adjustable rate mortgage, and it was a 2-year adjustable rate mortgage, was in the upper 8s or low 9s, if I remember properly. Again, the reality is rates are higher today, and that is a byproduct, in my opinion, of a strong business activity and employment growth in the U.S. economy. Now, even though they are higher today, home loans remain in epic territory. One has to keep top of mind that the experts. Now, let me go ahead and define who I'm considering an expert. The National Association of Realtors, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the MBA, or Mortgage Bankers Association. All 4 of these folks believe there will be continued upward movement in rates, and they think there may be a significant upward movement in mortgage rates. Now, I believe rates are on sale right now. In the Martini family, when there is something on sale that I know we need, we take advantage of it. I think you should do exactly the same. Now, I'm not talking about just saving thousands. I'm saying you could be saving tens of thousands over the term of the home loan. Let me share a hashtag Kevin Martini live thought. Right now, at the time of this recording, the Fed funds rate is 2.25%. So you might be asking, and there might be some misconception of what the Fed funds rate is. Simply put, this is the interest rate at which banks lend other banks money overnight. Now, the Fed funds rate does not have a direct relationship to you. It has an indirect relationship. However, if the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell would make 3 rate changes to the Fed fund rate, and each of those rate changes would go up 1/4 of a point or 0.25%. That would mean the Fed funds rate would be 3%. Are you tracking? The last time the Fed funds rate was at 3%, mortgage rates started with a 6. Again, when there is something you need that is on sale, it is my opinion you should take advantage of the sale if it's something you need. I need a roof over my head. You need a roof over your head. I get it. The sale was greater a while ago, but it is still going on. So is buying a home right for you? Is selling your current house and move up or move down right for you? Oh, by the way, moving down or downsizing does not mean downgrading. The real answer is I don't know. However, I do know you should seek out the advice from a trusted mortgage strategist to help you make the decision based on facts. Sometimes good deals you cannot take advantage of, and that is okay. However, you at least made the decision based on facts, not myths, based on reality of the market conditions. Now, let me kind of share a personal subject with you. My wife and I, her name is Ronnie. She was my high school sweetheart. We've been married now for 32 years. When we were first married, we were dirt broke. I mean, so broke, we could not even afford those Ronin noodles. But my father-in-law, who I love, gave us an opportunity, because we only had one car. He said, I am going to get you this pre-owned Chevrolet Monte Carlo. All that you have to do is take care of the maintenance and the insurance. What a great opportunity. However, at that time, we could not take advantage of the opportunity because we could not afford the insurance and we could not afford the maintenance. Again, sometimes good opportunities you have to pass even if you need that, and that's okay. But I made the decision to go ahead and research the economics and determined it was not right for our family at that time. So again, no one can tell you, no app can tell you, no part-time mortgage guy can tell you. A full-fledged mortgage strategist is the person that can help you, educate you, and you can determine based on that conversation, after they know your short and long-term goals, if buying, if selling and moving up, if selling and moving down is right for you. Now, let me kind of shift some gears and talk about market conditions for a moment. I believe there will be more homes sold in 2019 versus 2018. I also believe this sales growth will be present with higher mortgage rates. I do believe the price growth will not be as robust as it has been, and that's okay. Please note, I believe home values will still go up, however, not as fast as they've done in the past. Oh, by the way, I am not the only one that believes this. The Mortgage Bankers Association does, Freddie Mac does, and the National Association of Realtors does. All three believe home sales will be higher in 2019 as compared to 2017. The Home Price Expectation Survey. Well, let me take a moment to tell you what that is. This is a report that is done by a company called Pulsenomics. It's actually commissioned by Zillow, and it surveys the top 100 plus market movers, economists in the real estate sector, real estate experts, and the Home Price Expectation Survey says 4.2% projected appreciation in 2019. The National Association of Realtors is saying 3.5% appreciation in 2019. Freddie Mac is saying home appreciation should be 4.9% in 2019. I have not been able to find anyone that believes there will be price contraction or price deflation. They all believe there will be price growth next year. It is important to know the reality that growth also depends on price point for the home that you are buying. According to CoreLogic's Home Price Index, there was a higher year-over-year change in price with lower-priced homes versus higher-priced homes. The data shows price homes year-over-year appreciated, the lower-priced homes appreciated 8.2%, and that was higher than the higher-priced homes, which appreciated 4.4%. Again, every price bracket of home appreciated. However, the lower price homes actually appreciated at a greater rate, pretty darn close to double. If you're thinking of buying a home either as a first-time home buyer or as a repeat buyer, I believe you should not wait until spring. I also believe before you start your actual home hunt, you should seek out a trusted and proven mortgage strategist that has a servant heart. I believe the process of buying a home or selling a home starts with a confidential conversation with a trusted mortgage strategist that clearly understands not just your short-term goals, but also your long-term goals. On November 3rd, 2018, Joe from Clayton, North Carolina said, in his 5-star review of Zillow about the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage, and I quote, "Kevin and his sons are great to work with and answered all of our questions, and I had many recommendations that made it a smooth buying experience. I would highly recommend them," end quote. Check that out on Zillow. On November 2nd, 2018, SJ from Burlington shared another 5-star review on Zillow about the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage. And I quote, "Kevin and his group are excellent. They made the whole process of buying my first home enjoyable and understandable. I highly recommend Kevin and his group. If you want or need help, the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage is here as a trusted resource with a proven track record of providing trusted advice with a world-class experience." If you are currently in a starter or a trade-up house that no longer fits your needs and you're looking to step up into a little bit more luxury, or a little bit more square footage, or a little bigger yard, now may be the time to list your house for sale and make your dreams become true. Take advantage of this money that is on sale. To determine if this is right, you need to talk to a mortgage strategist first so they can fully understand your short and long-term goals. Being ready and willing is one thing. Being able and having price and cost clarity, that's the ticket. If the right thing for you and your family is to purchase a home, Buying sooner rather than later could lead to substantial savings. Call the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage so we can get together to evaluate your opportunities. Again, just because we evaluate your opportunities, it does not mean you have to act. But there is no substitution for education, in my opinion. Yes, we are based in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we help families all over the great state of North Carolina. Now, you may not be in North Carolina and listening to the Martini Mortgage Podcast. Just give us a jingle and we will introduce you to a proven person that has a servant heart like we do. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to the Martini Mortgage Podcast, episode 30, The Reality. Remember, it does not matter how big the house is. It matters how happy the home is.
If the Martini Mortgage Podcast has helped you, please spread the word by sharing this podcast with friends and writing a review on iTunes. The information contained in this podcast presentation is for general product information purposes only. Arklatex Financial Services, LLC, NMLS number 2143, doing business as Benchmark Mortgage, makes no representations or warranties of any kind expressed or implied about the completeness, reliability, suitability, or availability with respect to the information, products, or services. All loans subject to borrower qualifying. Other restrictions may apply. Branch Manager Kevin Martini, NMLS number 143962. Branch located at 5650 Six Forks Road, Suite 101, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27609. Contact the branch by calling 919-238-4934. Equal housing opportunity.